Good morning, everybody. So this lightning talk was written at 11:30 last night. Thanks, Pierre, for patience and stamina. Inspired very much by Kate's talk about looking after yourself and also finding an extra dimension to your life after decades of being a programmer. So I had a health scare in my 40s, and turned out to be nothing, but I thought I should probably look after myself a bit. So I decided to run the London Marathon. It took me 5 years to get there, but I did it slowly. Then my wife said, that's enough of that. I'd quite like my weekends back now, because I was out practicing pretty much every weekend. And so she said, why don't you get a bike or something like that? Worst thing she could say. So I ended up getting involved in some education charities in the UK, which are very much trying to help prepare kids for life rather than just exams. That's really the mantra of the charity. And the way this charity was raising money was by doing silly endurance challenges. So I ended up cycling in Italy and for a week, 500 miles through lots of, they called it rolling countryside. It wasn't rolling, it was more like mountains. Anyway, during the week, I ended up finding myself cycling up a very long hill for 3 hours with Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Empire, who was also doing this challenge. And we talked about everything. And one of the things we got talking about was the fact that I'm really passionate about seeing young kids young adults basically find their way, find pathways into STEM subjects. And he said, well, you should talk to our people at Virgin Galactic, because space is cool, so we do all our outreach to education from there. And so that's pretty exciting. He said, you should talk to Galactic Unite, which is their education division. So I got talking to them, and they told me all about their program, which was amazing, the impact they were having, going into schools and really inspiring kids into STEM. So they invited me to go and meet them and get to know these people, and it was interesting. They took me to Idaho in 2017 to see the eclipse, and it was interesting how they were preparing their future astronauts to really relish every second of a 4-minute experience, such as being weightless in their spaceship or seeing an eclipse. And it gave me real lasting memories, including the time where I found myself showing this guy how to use his iPhone to set the exposure for taking a picture of the eclipse. Turned out to be the head of marketing at Apple, but that was quite interesting. So I got, they were saying, try and do something in the UK. Can you help us in the UK? There was this TV series devised by a Canadian astronaut, Chris Hadfield. It was a kind of reality show to teach, to put 12 people through astronaut training, proper astronaut training. The winner was this lady, Dr. Susie Imber, who is a professor of space physics at Leicester University in the UK. She also happened to have a load of students who she looked after, obviously, as a professor. So we got thinking, and we managed to, by basically going to see a spaceship, which was in their factory in Mojave, and we put together this idea of a scholarship. And we thought, well, we need to get together to kind of iron out all the details, so we had to go cycling again, this time in France, in the Alps, which was a great way of staying fitter and also raising a bit more money. So we actually ended up running a competition to choose students to be part of a scholarship program with Virgin Galactic, where they would get mentorship during their time at university. We ran this competition, basically just asking the students, tell us why you want this scholarship. And the winners we picked, we took the names off through the entry, so we had tried to get rid of any bias. The winners we picked were those that had a real kind of outreach mentality. And we got them all on a Zoom call because it was COVID times. And it turned out that 70% of the winners were women from the physics class, which is just wonderful to see. So the next, or a couple of years later, I went cycling again, this time from Vegas to New Mexico to actually see the Spaceport America, which is where they were going to launch the spaceships. And I thought, this is incredible. We had this amazing group of students. How can we most inspire them? So we took them to New Mexico to actually go and visit the spaceship. And it was just such a wonderful experience for them. And they actually got their results of their degrees while they were there. And it was just so good for them to learn from the mindset of the people that were inspiring the future astronauts to go into space, and really encourage people in their sort of what to do next. And we all had to come up with a mission and a motto. So this is the motto I came up with, which was, seize every opportunity to create, learn, experience, and connect inclusively and with kindness, bringing along and supporting family, friends, young people, business partners, and visionary leaders. And my motto, just turn up and be present for the magic. Thank you very much.
Long time.